But we say, no, I am this sensation here, but not that perception there. And hence consciousness of its own freedom, of its own free will, consciousness limits itself. And then it feels cramped, and it doesn't like that, because it knows.
Why does it do that?
It chooses to, out of its freedom. Its consciousness is freedom to do that. And as a result of doing that, it enjoys and suffers the full range of experiences that are available to one who is contracted into a person. Sooner or later, it gets tired. It says, no, I long to be myself. I long for my home. I want to be... I know that I'm not just this. Various forms of dissatisfaction that we're very familiar with. And first of all, it tries seeking in the world to alleviate this dissatisfaction through all the conventional means. And they all fail sooner or later. And sooner or later, we're brought to the ultimate cause of this dissatisfaction, which is the exclusive association of consciousness with a body-mind. And as a result of this, we begin to look and see, am I truly limited? And the more we look, the more we explore, we think, no, we're not. I'm not. I'm this open, empty consciousness. And we're very happy. Consciousness is very happy and feels very free when it discovers this, because it's returning. As it discovers this, it's returning to itself. Of course, it doesn't return to itself. It was always itself.
Yeah, yeah.
There is nothing other than itself. But it was pretending to be a fragment. And it felt unhappy because it was cramped. It was locked up in this body-mind and suffered accordingly.
So is it true then that suffering can be a doorway or a release into consciousness? Because I heard some stories of people who really were very depressed or ended up somewhere on the street like Yuji Krishnamurti and completely gave up in utter despair. And it happened to them.
Suffering is, and we're talking about psychological suffering, not physical pain. So psychological suffering, is it's like an alarm bell. It's like an alarm bell going off. Something is not right.
Right.
So it's, in a sense, it's like a clarion call. Consciousness is giving itself a message. Consciousness is signaling to itself something is not right. So yes, it can be a wake-up call. And in some cases, the suffering gets very intense and desperate, and you hear of people who are on the brink of suicide or on the street.
Yes.
It doesn't have to happen like that. It could just be just a low-grade sense that things aren't quite right, I'm not happy with my life, I don't feel fulfilled. It doesn't have to be despair. There may be moments of despair, but it can also just be the feeling that I'm just not happy. I don't feel that I'm free. I don't feel that I'm truly where I should be. So it can be the level of suffering is not important, more or less intense. But yes, that the suffering is itself consciousness's recognition that it has limited itself.
Right.
That it has associated itself, mixed itself up with a body-mind.
Yes.
And the reason it suffers is because it knows, consciousness knows itself. Consciousness knows that it is pure love, pure intelligence, that it is unlimited, that it is pure freedom. So in the experience of suffering itself, there is already the taste of happiness. Otherwise we would be happy with our suffering. Why do we mind suffering?
Yes.
It's because there is a recognition,
yes.
This is not right.
Yes.
This is not truly who I am. I know that I'm bigger than this. Yes. I know that I'm more of this. So yes, suffering is for most of us the first.
Yeah.
But the
I remember the experience I had with suffering when a few years ago one of my sons died. And there was so much pain. But I never tried to avoid this pain. And staying with this pain, because you cannot run away from this pain. The experience was always, I fell into this pain, I dove into this pain, and then everything opened up, and there was so much joy in my heart, and so much light.
Yes.
And I felt he's always with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I'm sorry we have to finish, Rupert. Is there anything you want to say for a final sentence for us, or? Okay. Well, thank you for watching Conscious TV. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.